Now, we're not up to 69. Oh. I need a clown wig with a nose. I got baited so hard. I did not see that coming at all. At all. My fair citizens of Sodium City, we have Maxymus' Scroll. This was the result of one of the bounties that we had just recently, which was revolving around Radiant Scrollwielder. Now, this deck is probably closer to the combo side of things, but it's still more of a burn deck. But I guess you would say closer to probably like a combo type archetype. As for the win condition, we are using essentially every spell that does damage to the opponent's face that's under 4 damage and is a sorcery. So that's going to be spells like Pillar Flame, Roil Eruption, and that's pretty much it, I guess. Oh, and Igneous Inspiration, the one that also allows you to learn. So pretty much just doing 3 damage to the opponent's face. However, Roil Eruption allows you to spend an extra 5 colorless to kick it and smash them in the face for 5 instead of just 3. But yeah, that's essentially our win condition. It takes a little bit, but it's actually really, really fun to play, and you'll see that as we go on. As for the card advantage, we are using Expressive Iteration, which is just a 2-mana sorcery. We get to look at the top 3 cards of our library. We get to put 1 in our hand, 1 at the bottom of our library, and we put 1 in exile, and we can play that card, whether it's a land, spell, creature, whatever it is. That's our primarily way of card advantage. However, the other one, I guess you would say, is Collected Conjuring. That's a 4-mana spell that is essentially our win condition as well, but you get to exile the top 6 cards of your library, and then you can cast up to 2 sorcery cards with the converted mana cost 3 or less from among them without paying their mana cost. Put the exiled cards not cast this way at the bottom of your library in a random order. So essentially what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get burn spells out of that, hit them in the face, put the rest at the bottom of our library, and then eventually later on in the game, we are going to use Clear the Mind, which is a 3-mana sorcery. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library, draw a card. So we're going to target ourselves, shuffle all of our burn spells and all of our Collected Conjurings back into our library, and draw a card. That is the theory behind it. So Clear the Mind draws us a card. Expressive Iteration helps with card draw, and Collected Conjuring allows us to cast 3 spells instead of just 1 for the 4 mana. As for the main, I guess you would say combo or synergy of the deck, outside of Collected Conjuring and all the burn spells, we're using Radiant Scrollwielder, which is mostly a bad card, but it's really funny to deal with, and it actually works really well in a deck like this. So this is a 4 mana 2/4 creature. Instant and sorcery spells you control have a lifelink, so that's really cool. But then at the beginning of your upkeep, you exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn. If a spell cast this way, it would be put in your graveyard, exile instead. So you do get to cast it, but you still have to spend mana to cast it. Now, luckily in this deck, all of our spells are super cheap, so getting something from our graveyard is pretty negligible as far as being able to cast it, especially after we cast Radiant Scrollwielder, which is one of our most expensive cards in the deck. We should be able to cast anything that's in our graveyard, which I guess is technically another form of card advantage, because once we cast one spell, we can cast it again. However, you want to make sure that you don't have only Clear the Mind in your graveyard, because Radiant Scrollwielder will exile it, and even if you don't cast it, it still forces that exile. So do keep in mind that there are some things that Radiant Scrollwielder could be bad with. However, there's a lot of really good stuff with it, because you can get multiple solve the equations, you can get multiple burn spells, you can get multiple enchantment, artifact removal, so many cool things. But again, you want to make sure that you're not exiling too many of your burn spells, because you still want to cycle all your stuff back in. So hopefully you get Expressive Iteration maybe an Igneous Inspiration, solve the equation, things like that would really, really help as far as overall card advantage and then just keeping the deck going. But Radiant Scrollwielder giving all of your instants and sorceries lifelink is amazing, especially if you cast a board wipe like Anger of the Gods or Deafening Clarion. So if they have like 20 creatures and you cast Anger of the Gods, every single creature that it does 3 damage to you, you gain 3 life. So you get 60 life from 20 creatures, which is actually really funny, but then obviously you have to include the Scrollwielder itself, so it's another 3 life. It's really, really fun. But if you have 2 Radiant Scrollwielders out, you don't get double lifelink. So keep that in mind. It's not damage your spells do, you gain that much life. It's your spells have lifelink. So keep that in mind. For some reason, I didn't think it was that way when I was initially thinking of the card, but that is definitely how it works because that's how it reads. But I really, really like the deck. It was a blast to play. If you want to take it and build it at home, it's going to run you 36 rares if you include Sideboard, being from the Lessons and the Learns, and 0 mythics, which is really nice. However, there's a lot of these cards I think you could probably swap out. You may not need all the Deafening Clarions and Anger of the Gods. I think some of the rares could be taken out. The Radiant Scrollwielders and the Collected Conjurings are essentially necessary. Outside of that, it's just the board wipes, and then everything else is a common or uncommon. So this is relatively a very, very, very cheap / budget deck. Again, with the lands, you can easily change those with whatever dual lands or gates, stuff like that. Since everything is so low to the ground, it's not a huge problem with you running a few tap lands instead of the shock lands and the check lands and things of that nature. You can run cheaper lands and it's perfectly fine. If you do end up taking this list and messing around with it, I really would like to see your success rate. Like I said, this was one of my favorite decks. I really enjoyed playing it. It was super, super fun. But the deck really didn't do all that well because we were just playing up against the most random decks that I've seen in a very, very long time. However, it felt like it was doing really well, but I guess it didn't perform as well as it felt like it did. So, I mean, take that for what it is. I had a blast playing this deck. I really, really hope you like it too. Let me know what your success rate is in the comment section below. I'd really like to hear from you. And if you want the current deck list, it should be in the card at the top right-hand corner of this video somewhere. If you want the text-based deck list, it will be in the description below, as well as a link to the Aether Hub page. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you, how do you feel about the new dungeon mechanic that WotC introduced in the next set? Here are your answers. And if you want your comment featured in these videos, make sure that you answer the comment question of the day every single day, 7 days a week in the comment section below. Stay salty and enjoy the games. All right, I hate to start out with a loss. That was a great game. It was a great game. There wasn't constant value. Opponent's deck was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It goes first. Can search for a Kokon. I don't know if that's good enough. All right, well. This is worse, but there's no fucking way I'm going to mulligan twice. Do we have a... I actually don't even know. Okay, we do have quite a bit of 2-mana spells here. So we just kind of got fucked. Unfortunately. Yeah, so if they're an aggro deck, this is scary. Very, very, very scary. I might actually add some more board wipes because I'm a little bit worried that we only have 4. So I might add... I think I almost want to take out Seize the Spoils. I would rather add... Yeah, so if I take out all 4 Seize the Spoils, add in 2 more Angers, 2 more Clarions. Shit. All right. We also don't have enchantment removal. Enchantment or artifact removal. Oh, we have artifact removal. Oh no, we do have enchantment rule. Okay, so we might need Rip Apart as well. Maybe a few more. So Rip Apart's nice because it's super versatile. This is really bad. Turn 1 and turn 2? Okay, that's like ideal for them. That was a great top deck. As long as we don't go down to like 10 HP, we might be okay. Them getting flooded, so them having 3 lands is really good for us because that means that they don't have super good shit. Land off the top, land. Fuck. Oh, that's bad. Well, we're going down to 10, which was exactly what I didn't want. It's thirsty. Damn it. Oh, okay. We have Scrollwielder. Hopefully they can't kill my Scrollwielder. If they can kill the scroll, like if they have the 4-mana thing, what's it called? No. All right, I need another one. Yeah, they have a really, really good hand. I can Pillar Flame kill that. I think I need to risk it. I have to risk it. And getting the 2 life is necessary. Okay. And Scorch Spitter. Okay, that's fine. That means they're tapped out. I don't know if they'll attack. They might. Beautiful. Hey, wabam! Wabam! Wait. No. Wabam. Then I will do this. Do I want to do that? No. No. I think I'll just cycle this. I don't know if I want to shuffle everything back. I think I need this burn spell or the anger. You know, especially if they put down another creature. Anger's gonna be... Ooh. That doesn't really do anything. Okay. Hopefully we get the anger here instead of the Soul Seer. Easy. That is a lot of life. Oh! Perfect. Back up to 20. I don't really care if they have a hasty right now. Doesn't bother me. I don't think we lose at this point. It was close. We went down to 7. Now we're back up to 20. Radiant Scrollwielder. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Huzzah! That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. No. Okay. Let's do this. Kinda need another red source, because I only have 2. We have a ton of red mana. Okay, put 1 into your hand. 1. At the bottom. That one. And this one. Let's reveal that one. Shall we? Ooh, actually, I'm gonna look for a Collected Conjuring. Yeah, Kokon seems great. Collected Conjuring. And I don't know if I actually attack here. Like, I want to, but they're holding priority for something. I assume they're burning face. Maybe I can keep applying. Maybe I have to. I think I do have to apply pressure. Maybe I do have to apply pressure. Are we getting the old rope-a-dope? We getting the old rope-a-dope here? Ah. I like it. Hello. Welcome to Sodium City, opponent. How are you enjoying your stay? It's adorable. I mean, if I get another solve the equation, that doesn't do anything. Aha! Plane. Discard that. I don't really want it. I mean, yes. I mean, yes. Is that a scoop the top opponent? You can't. This is impossible. You know what's going on. You definitely know what's going on at this point. You definitely know. It's not good. It's not good for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We could go 5 damage to the face and we're gonna gain. Alright. Not even doing it with flash. No. Hi. Hi. Let's see. Rip apart that. Because, no. I like it. I like it. I like it. This deck makes no sense. It shouldn't. This deck doesn't make any sense. It's great. It's great. We're up to 30. Opponent's a big sad. Yeah, opponent's big sad. Come on, Collected Conjuring. Come on, Collected Conjuring, let's go. Let's go, Collected Conjuring. Opponent, let me do the thing. I want to do the thing. You're not letting me do the thing. It's not very nice. Big sad. Now I'm big sad because you're not letting me do the thing. That's great. Alright, let's equip the old rope wig. Hello everyone. My name is Strider Stone. I'm the mayor of Sodium City. Currently getting roped by a... oh. I'm currently getting roped by a mono red aggro player. AMA. Wait, hold on. Deals 5 damage instead. Wait a second. Oh. I didn't think about... okay, so it turns out that I'm stupid. So, when Scrollwielder says, instant and sorcery spells you control have lifelink, I thought in my stupid noodle that whenever you deal damage with the spell, you gain that much life. So for each Scrollwielder you have, you would gain that much life for each spell. So in my stupid noodle, this should have gained me 10 life instead of 5. But giving your spells lifelink doesn't give it double lifelink. I mean, technically it does, but double lifelink isn't a mechanic, or hasn't been a mechanic since like fucking 2000 something. whatever, we won. That's all that matters. It was funsies, right? So, I forgot to make the changes. All right. This might still be fine. Ooh, Luris. Cycling. I can clear the mind them, but it's not instant, unfortunately. I should have put this down. Ow. All right. Well. No. The big suck. The great big suck. Oh. Yes. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. They have to read it. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm not dead yet. I do get to clear the mind their graveyard. No. I don't trust whatever they have. I don't know what cycling decks do anymore. It's been a while. Yes, I will cast my Anger of the Gods, please. Thank you. And that is a lot of life. Please and thank you. Can you deal 4 damage at instant speed? No. No. I don't trust whatever the fuck you're doing. I don't know if you're gonna randomly make fucking. I don't know what they're doing. This is permanents, right? Yeah, each permanent. Okay. So solar flare is still a thing. You got it. Okay. So collected conjuring. Oh, beautiful. Anger. Expressive iteration. Yeah, sure. One of them in your hand. Yep, that one. That one in my library. And this one there. I will take the life, please. Thank you. And I will attack you in the face for that much. I cannot wait to clear your mind. Oh no, my face. Yeah, let's just do this. Wait
a minute.
Put a pote at your face. I really wanted to get clear the mind off of that. I thought it'd be really funny. I wanted to hard cast it, but at the same time, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be so much funnier if I got it off Collected Conjuring? It would have been so much better. Yeah. But whatever, they surrendered. That's all that matters. Okay. So, I don't think we need Seize the Spoils. I believe having the Expressive Iteration is probably better. As far as card draw goes. I understand the premise or the reasoning behind. I understand the reasoning behind having it because it does put a spell in the graveyard so that when you have Radiant Scrollwielder out, which specifically says at the beginning of your upkeep, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard, so you can actually get a good spell into your graveyard, like Collected Conjuring or something if you don't have the mana. But again, if you were using Seize the Spoils, you would make a treasure token so you could afford it next turn anyway. But at the same time, it would randomize between the sorceries in your graveyard, so it could also get Seize the Spoils again, which you would still have to discard another card. I just don't think it's good enough. I believe having some additional earlier plays is better. I think maybe taking out one of the Roil Eruptions for Rip Apart might be nice, just because getting the artifact and enchantment hate is necessary. Going up to 3 Angers and 3 Deafening Clarions, I think is also great. Deafening Clarion is a little bit iffy. We don't get really much value out of the... You know what? I'll go to 4 and 2. We don't get really much value out of the lifelink unless we have Radiant Scrollwielder out. And then we can attack with it, obviously. But I think only having Anger of the Gods is just not enough for board wipes. So I think, because it was 2 and 2, so I think adding 2 more is ideal. Expressive Iteration, I believe this card is just a little bit ridiculous. That's going to help a lot as far as getting the land drops. Rip Apart's good for removal. Also 3 damage to creature or planes. It doesn't go face, which is important to note. But again, if they're going to have creatures, you want to kill the creatures. If they have planeswalkers, you're going to want to kill the planeswalkers. If there's enchantments or artifacts, you're probably going to want to kill those too, which is great. And again, the reason all of these are sorceries is because Collected Conjuring specifically says sorcery, which is bullshit. If this is a sorcery, it should target instances, or there should be an instant that targets sorcery. In theory. This deck is funny, though. Alright, let's see if the changes help. I mean, we weren't really hurting, right? But let's hope it helps. I've seen a ton of mono brown around lately. It'll be interesting to see if we see a lot more tonight or not. We have no whites. Or just kidding. We have a white source. I lied. I take that back. Having all burn and none of it being instant is super weird. I'll probably solve the equation for a Collected Conjuring, and then the turn after that, Radiant Scrollwielder, right? Because this will possibly get out a counterspell, or it's this will that get out a counterspell. One of the two. It'll be something. Put down an untapped land on accident. Or a tap land. Stroke. Alright. It's a good thing I have another one. Sultai. Okay. Do they have another counterspell? Is the question. I assume they do, but this is the question. Essence Scatter. Okay. Nice. I mean, let's just start getting out counter spells, I guess. Boom and boom. Let's shuffle our graveyard, draw a card, and we top decked another one because we're fucking gods at this game.
We've got a badass over here.
I'm gonna go for an exile because I don't fucking trust these people at all.
What do you mean by these people?
Just gonna get some burn in there that we can. Just while we can, might as well. Have the extra mana. They didn't counter the Collected Conjuring. The third Essence Scatter? Do. Okay, one of them in your hand. Did I put down a land this turn? Actually, don't know. Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Whew. Okay. I was a little worried. This much worried. All right. Do you have your fourth Essence Scatter? Oh no, that would be their third. They had a stroke. Not very nice. Not nice at all, actually. So now a rip apart is what we need. 3/4 with 3/4. As long as they don't have another Ashiok's Erasure, because another Ashiok's Erasure would be fucking devastating. Ice Tongue. This is a very, very odd deck. Okay, so they're completely tapped out. I do get to... Does this return it back to my hand? Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I can kill this. But fuck that. Okay, let's look for Collected Conjuring, sure. And let's cast it. Like, because there's got to be a way. We're going to do this. Hit that. Rip apart. Destroy that. This is great. This is like the best thing that could have happened. Yeah, I mean, this is great. I mean, yeah. Exile target non-land permanent for 3. Sure. I'm not super worried about, like, anything right now. Ultimatum, actually. Ultimatum would be bad. Ashiok's Erasure on that would be Sag. Okay. Pillar of Flame. We'll essentially force them to scry with that. Why not? So they can't bluff. So they were essentially using that to bluff counter spells most of the time. Keep up 3 mana, do that. We have 2 ways to exile their shit, however, we have no ways of getting stuff back in our hand. Maybe this was too aggressive. I don't know. Maybe I should have got the draw. Just too worried about the ultimatums, right? Because they get it next turn. They're also running away. Interesting. Yeah. Two, 5. I think I get a Clear the Mind. Then I just Roil Eruption. And hit their face. Unfortunately, they can bluff counterspells again with Omen, but I feel like they don't have anything anymore. I have 2 things for permanence, whatever they end up using. We're gonna get a little bit of life out of this, but have at least something. Okay. I actually don't even know what's in Sideboard. Scry 2, then draw a card. I can rip apart one of those. Yeah. Could win with this. We do not. But we do prevent a little bit of their life gain. Do it again. We came close to winning. Close. Rip apart, kill that birth. They do have ultimatum mana still. Oh no, they don't. Because they have white. Ooh. Alright. Okay. This is just discard, right? Huzzah. Nice. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was like a 4-color control deck. White, black, blue, green. Everything but red. Using Essence Scatter, Disdainful Stroke, Ashiok's Erasure. Alright, like, what was their win? Were they just doing Protect the Dream Trawler? Not exactly sure. I don't know. Sometimes the decks you least expect to do well do very well. No idea why. Okay, I mean, we have some early burn. I'm a little worried about our mana. If we can get one more, the inspiration allows us to learn and find the card that that enables us to find a basic land. What is it called? Yeah, Environmental Sciences. That. Zaw. Environmental. Let's get environmental up in this bitch. Ooh. Okay, this is a little bit scary now. This is Sultai Ultimatum for sure. this time instead of just like a weird shit. However, they have perfect curve right now. Just get another white. Are they gonna counter that? Huzzah! Bolt you in the face. Whapa! I mean, we're still like a little bit behind. Like we're almost fine, but I'm still like fucking worried. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right. So they have ultimatum next turn. Terrifying. Give them something to think about, shall we? We don't have any instants, so let's see. A person of taste. I like it. I like it. Okay. I like that. That cruel reality was sweet. That's gonna hurt. Have enough. So we're gonna have to risk it. It's 2 damage and 3 damage. So, fuck. I needed another land. So double anger. All right, come on. That is not good. Okay, so 1 into her hand, 1 into her library. Oh, I mean, they could easily kill me. They have another cruel reality, I'm dead, right? Or another one of those. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, the whiffing on 2 Collected Conjurings was devastating, and missing 2 land drops at the same time. It was a combination of both of those. We had that game for sure, like 100%. We had it. Have we not gotten super unlucky twice? Well, 4 times, I guess. Yeah, whiffing on 2 Collected Conjurings and then whiffing on 2 land drops, but we also had Clear the Mind, which whiffed on a land drop. So we couldn't like double anger or anger and then do the 3 damage. That sucked. We were so close to winning. All right. Dude, Historic is the fucking Wild West right now. It is all over the place. Ran into like mono red aggro. Fucking Lorehold cycling, 4-color control, Sultai midrange, mono brown, Selesnya counters. Like, what the fuck? This is nuts. Even though these lands are both tapped, I think it might still be a... I can't deal with those because I don't have any instants. Huzzah. So, I'm just gonna have to race it. Okay, so it is white. Untapped land would be great. So this super fucks us, by the way. Luckily, have our rip apart for that. Oh, actually. We did take 2 damage, but we do have a blocker. Maybe. Yes. Yes. That Pillar of Flame real cheap. It's a 2-mana pillar. I get to exile the Talia. Well, no. Well. Oh, I get to exile both of them. Well, that's the thing. 2 mana, sure. Or 2 life. Four life. They're holding up Faceless Haven mana, but it doesn't matter because they can't block with it. I mean, they can attack with it now, but now that I've resolved the Scrollwielder, it's going to be relatively difficult. That gets exiled regardless. So I just want to get rid of it. I do want to find a land. They missed a land drop. I think I win this match. It's a bit too heavily in our favor. So now we Environmental Sciences, find a land, and then we get to cast Inspiration. Yeah, there's nothing to do. Yeah, if you don't have removal for this, it's GG. It's almost impossible to win at that point. We're just gaining way too much life every single turn, and we have way too much removal. Yeah, it's pretty busted. Alpar, sorry. Also, not sorry. Yeah. Because we're going up against. It's so weird. I think we've played like 10 games. Not a single one of them has been a meta deck. The Sweaty Game Boy? Nice. I like it. Nice name, opponent. Yeah, this will be okay. This will be fine, although I'm gonna add your name to the Discord. Also, if you're not in the Discord server, you definitely should be in the Discord server. I just recently did a $100 bounty in there for a game called Phantom Abyss. So essentially, if you beat the game, that particular one, if you beat it, then you got $100 in cash. So those are the kind of bounties I issue in the Discord server, but it's strictly in the Discord server. Things like that are only in there. Counterspell? No. Okay. 2 damage. Sure, another land. I mean, we take those. We definitely take those. But yeah, there's bounties outside of Magic the Gathering that I run there now. So if you're interested in that stuff. Don't really want to do that. Yeah, because if we end up getting the Scrollwielder, then it has a chance of choosing that from the graveyard. I don't really want it to do that. Well, if they have Cultivate, that sucks. Spiral, it's pretty bad if they top deck a land. Abundant Harvest, call land, nice. 2 scroll wielders. That sucks. Okay, so solve the equation. And that. Conjuring. And 2 Demuge, Exile. Not a bad turn. We do need to get another Clear the Mind, so I'll probably shuffle, or I'll probably do it with that. Nice. Kind of cool. So, I don't want them to, like, go fucking nuts. I mean, I kind of do, because then I get a fuck ton of life from this Clarion. This could be a great... See, this is what I'm talking about. These are all the decks that I've gone up against tonight. This is... Not this one specifically, but where it, like, doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? This is gonna be great. Now, I think I'm dead if I don't bluff. There's 2 more scroll wielders. That in my hand. Oh shit. I already played a land. Well. It's a 65 land. Or 65 land. 67. Not quite 69. I'm sorry to let you down. Nice. Thanks. Room crab. Alright, so I have Clear the Mind, but I don't have it in my hand. So I need to search for it before they mill it. 100%. Clear the mind. I'm just kind of fucking around at this point. Sure. Now, we're not up to 69.
Nope.
Oh. I need a clown wig with a nose. I got fucking debated so hard. I did not see that coming at all. At all. Oh my god. This is so stupid. Okay. Pillar of Flame. That one. Roil Eruption. That one. Oh, I should have just done 2 and then... Damn. There's no way they have another one, right? Okay. It's off. Ooh, that's actually really bad because now that one's being exiled. Double it? Nice. Aha! What the fuck deck was that? Like, what the fuck deck was that? Ruin Crab, Scute Swarm, Double Major. Like, did someone make a video of this deck? This is such a weird fucking deck. Like, what? I'm so, like, this, I mean, it's funny, but it's fucking weird. But they were also looking at our deck, like, what the fuck, who plays these cards? Like, what is this card? Who plays Clear the Mind? Who plays Collected Conjuring? Like, nobody plays any of these cards because they're terrible. But put them all together and it's glorious. I don't even know what this deck is. So at the end of the day, this deck went 5-7, which is actually very surprising because it didn't feel like it went 5-7. It felt like I was maybe 7-3. The deck felt way better than it was performing, apparently. This was actually a huge shock to me. I had no idea it was this. And apparently when we're on the play, we just cannot win, which also I never realized. I'm actually curious to see how many games we're on the play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5 games we're on the play. That's quite a lot. So 5 out of 12, and we lost all of them. That's actually kind of surprising. However, the deck was so much fun that I couldn't even tell that the deck wasn't doing that great. Honestly, had no idea. I would say that our worst matchups are going to be Mono Brown. That's usually just going to be a big problem. As outside of everything else, I really don't know what our bad matchups are going to be. The problem is that tonight when I was playing, every single deck was so bizarre. It was everything. Let's see. It was Golgari Super Friends, Lorehold Cycling, Sultai Midrange, like not Ultimatum, but a Midrange, Mono White Snow, Quandrix Scute Swarm, like the weirdest decks. Nothing was a meta. I don't think I went up against a meta deck once. The closest thing was a mono red aggro and a mono brown. I think those are the only meta decks that I went up against out of those 12 games. So it's really hard to say, I guess, how the deck would perform in a normal-ish meta environment. You just didn't see any of it. It was really, really weird, but I will say that the deck is a fucking blast. I enjoyed it a lot. Even though it, I guess, didn't have a good win rate, I would still recommend building this. If you have the cards, 100% recommend building it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.